go ahead and reconvene the meeting. That's for Wildlife Commissioners on Saturday, May 16th. We're on agenda item number 19, Commission Regulation 1512, 2015 big game quotas for the 15-16 seasons. Mr. Schroeder, where we left off was on, now I've lost it. Page 24 of the handout, non-resident mule deer antlered, any legal weapon hunts, 1331. And I think what we'll do, Cody, if it's all right with you, is maybe just have you give us an update on what the new numbers look like, and then I'll take it out to comment, and we'll just step through these one at a time real quick. So
sounds good.
Let's do 1331 first.
For the record, Cody Stewart, Department of Lab. So 1331, Hunt Unit 011-013 early, 7. 011-013 late, 3. 015, 2. 033 early, 3. 035, 5. 043, 046 early, 22. 043, 046 late, 5. 051, 22. Jump down to 141 to 145 early, 28. 151, 156 early would be 18. And 221 to 223 mid would be 12.
Okay. Any questions by the commission on those updates? Any discussion? Okay, County Advisory Board comment. This is non-resident mule deer antler and illegal weapon hunt 1331.
Sean Shea, Washoe County. Those are the exact numbers I had earlier. Thank you.
For the record, for the Lincoln cab, for 221, 223 mid, we were actually looking at the 2014 numbers of 4. And for 231, we were looking at the 2014 numbers of 10. And then for the 241 to 245, we thought that was really skewed. I don't know if that was just a demand success deal, but 10 is far in our minds way too many. So we were recommending 2 on that. I don't know how it shakes out with the 10%.
Jim Evans, Eureka Cab, the 2014 static was 25 early and 3 late, and that's what we recommended.
Okay. Any other cabs? Public comment in Reno? Vegas?
No comment in Vegas.
Okay, is there no longer public in Vegas?
I have one person left in Vegas.
Okay, I'll keep checking.
She's just out of the building.
Okay, Elko?
No comment, and my people have left.
Okay, thank you. Bring it back to the board. Cody or Mike, anything to add based on what we just heard? I guess my question was on 241.
Just to clarify, so our recommendation was for 10, which I believe is 10% of the revenue. Of the total.
Okay.
The resident quota for 1331 and 241 through 245 was passed as 95.
Win some, you lose some.
What's that?
Win some, you lose some.
But is that correct?
Should be.
Yep, that's what I have. Okay. Discussion or questions from the commission? Yes. If not, I would entertain a motion.
Mr.
Chairman, I would move that we approve non-resident mule deer antlered any legal weapon hunts 1331 as presented by the department with the following changes. Unit group 11, 011 to 013 early from 10 to 7, 011 to 013 late from 4 to 3, 015 from 3 to 2, 033 from 4 to 3, 035 from 7 to 5, 043 to 046 early from 25 to 22, 043 to 046 late from 6 to 5, 051 from 25 to 22, 141 to 145 early from 35 to 28, and 151 to 156 early from 30 to 18, and 221 to 223 mid from 15 to 12.
Okay, second? Okay, I've got a motion and a second to approve non-resident mule deer antlered any legal weapon hunts 1331 as basically updated by the department today. Any question on the motion or discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Page 26 on the handout, non-resident mule deer antlered muzzleloader hunt 1371. Mr. Schroeder, if you could give us the updates.
Yeah, so because of the, having to have a minimum of one tag, some of them actually don't change. So you gotta skip down to 111 to 113. We have 4. 221 to 223, 3. That's it.
Okay, in that case, let's do page 27 as well for the non-resident mule deer archery, antlered archery hunt 1341.
So for unit group 011 to 013, 3. 141 to 145, 14. 222, 221 to 223 is 7. And 231 goes to 5.
That was 231. The last one.
Correct, 231.
So area 22 went to 7 and area 23 went to 5.
Yes.
Any questions on those numbers? Everyone comfortable with the update? Okay. Any discussion? County advisory boards, mule deer antlered muzzleloader, non-resident or archery non-resident? Public comment? Okay. Las Vegas, public comment?
No comment, Chairman.
Okay, thank you. We'll bring it back to the board. If there's no further discussion, I'd entertain a motion.
Chairman, I'd move to approve the non-resident mule deer antlered muzzleloader hunt 1371 as presented by the department with the following changes in unit group 111 to 113, an increase from 2 to 4. Unit group 221 to 223, an increase from 2 to 3. Approve the non-resident mule deer antlered archery hunt 1341 as presented by the department with the following changes in unit group 011 to 013, a decrease from 4 to 3. And in unit 141 to 145, a decrease from 20 to 15. Unit group 15.
14 is what
14. Unit group 221 to 223, an increase from 6 to 7. And unit 231, decrease from 6 to 5.
Second.
Okay, I've got a motion and a second to approve non-resident hunts 1341 and 1371 consistent with the department updates that were just presented. Any question on the motion or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Okay, so page 28, I think. So we'll go to resident, non-resident deer and antelope landowner compensation tags, either sex hunts, 11-15, 12-15, 21-15, and 22-15. Mr. Schroeder, anything, or Mr. Cox on that?
I'm gonna have Mike help me out on this one.
Yeah, so all we're asking for is to approve the maximum, which is what you've always done, the maximum of the combined deer and antelope quotas that you set today. That will be up to 1.5% would be the landowner compensation tag maximum that we can issue. And we'll calculate the actual tags, but as long as you just tell us you want to go to the maximum 1.5% of those two species for compensation tags.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about the number shown as 322 at this point. Our discussion is on whether or not we want to go with the statutory maximum at 1.5%, which sounds like we've done in the past.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Everyone clear on that? Any discussion or question? County Advisory Board comment? Public comment?
No comment in Elko.
No comment in Vegas.
Seeing none, I'll bring it back to the board. Any question or discussion? If not, I'd entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move to approve resident and non-resident deer and antelope landowner compensation tags, either sex hunts 1115, 1215, 2115, and 2215, as presented by the department at 1.5%.
Everyone clear on the motion? Are there any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Which will bring us to page 29. Resident quota for the black bear, any legal weapon hunt, 6151. Non-resident quota, black bear, any legal weapon hunt, 6251. And the black bear harvest objective, combined resident and non-resident, 6151 and 6251. Mike, is that?
I'm going to let our division chief introduce that.
Mr. Wakeland.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission. Brian Wakeland, Game Division Chief of the Department of Wildlife. I provided you with a briefing yesterday about the kind of the hunt history and where we are in the current harvest level. We've handled 1,000 different, 600 individual bears 1,000 times, and that's not 100, 600 times 1,000. It's just, it's getting a little late. I'm starting to, my math is starting to slip just a little, but we've handled 1,000 different times. All of our harvest indications are that our current harvest levels are in the light. We have a bear report that went forward, approved both by the Bear Committee and the Commission, asking season structure, fall season structure to go forward, consistent with what it has been in the past. The agency's intent to honor that and come forward with a recommendation of 41 resident bear tags, 4 non-resident bear tags, and keep the harvest objective at the goal.
Okay. Questions of Mr. Wakeling?
Just a real quick question. I believe everyone else received the same emails that were forwarded on. I just posed the question to the department. A number of emails we received asked the quota be set to 0 and cited drought conditions. I just want to confirm that with the existing drought, the department's comfortable with the proposal that is set forth here.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Johnson, yes, as I mentioned yesterday, we've seen this population go through several droughts and still continue to grow. Even in the current drought conditions, the harvested bears we're observing are in very good condition. We have no indication that they are being affected detrimentally at this point in time. The population is continuing to grow, although at a more reduced rate. So we feel completely comfortable with this recommendation.
I took the report report yesterday, but I just wanted to have that clarification. So I have that in response to the emails that I received. Thank you.
Yeah, and to Commissioner Johnston's point, I think everyone got the emails through Suzanne. I think there was probably a handful, over a dozen, but maybe not quite 2 dozen emails that I got asking to set the quota at 0. So just put it on the record for correspondence. Any other question or discussion at this time? County Advisory Board input on the black bears?
Sean Shea, Washington County. I just wanted to say we approved it. It was a 3-1 vote. One of them wasn't there, but I just wanted to say we approved it as it's written.
Additional County Advisory Board input? Seeing none, public input in Reno?
Janelle Richards, representing No Bear Hunt, Nevada. I'd like to read a letter from the organization. Given the certainty that there will be a 2015 bear hunt, which we oppose in entirety, we request the Commission to significantly decrease the recommended quota. The year 2014 has been the hottest one in Nevada for more than 100 years, and the department predicts a bad year for human-wildlife conflict. The number of urban bear conflicts increased from 282 for the years 2008 to 2012 to 601 for 2013 to 14. The drought, while resulting in more conflict, is also affecting the available food sources for the bears. It is difficult to find information on pinyon pine health in Nevada, and there is no way for the average individual to get anything more than anecdotal information by personal analysis. However, fire danger is increasing with hotter, drier summers, and fire damage has significantly affected habitat in Nevada, and drought increases vulnerability of pinyon pine to insects and disease. In 2013, a wholesale pine nut seller in Nevada said, quote, "Due to severe climate changes in the mountains of the western and southwestern states, plagues are coming into our forests very early in the spring. This is something we never saw 20 or more years ago. These plagues are destroying our wonderful products of Nevada pine nuts," end quote. Additionally, he said, quote, "With these occurrences happening so consecutively in the past years, we can see that this industry of harvesting commercial pinyon pine seed from our forests and making them available to consumers all over the southwest and western states, as we have for decades in our family business, we can sadly say that at this rate it is a dying business and a dead one in the near future," end quote. In an email asking about the crop last year, this gentleman said, quote, "Plagues are taking most of harvest before it matures," end quote. It is nice that we hear anecdotally that some bears' stomachs are filled with pine nuts, but this means little with the bigger picture of the drought and its effect on the pinyon pines and the bear population as a whole. 49 bears were killed for a variety of reasons last year. Of note, there is a typo in the big game status report. 49 bears were killed, not 48. For a population of 600, that is 8.2% of the population killed last year. According to the department, the rate of growth is slowing to an average of approximately 8% per year, an amazing feat in the 4th year of a drought. Is there another western state that has a population growing so robust in a time of drought? California's population has grown an average of 5.5% since 2010, and they are fortunate to have much better bear habitat in the northwest of their state. The bear density in the Sierra Range has been estimated at only 0.5 to 1 bear per square mile. The other mountain ranges in Nevada are much more arid and likely to have even lower bear densities, although we do not know the population in these mountain ranges despite an ongoing hunt. To make matters worse, regulations still permit the use of hounds. Hounds chasing bears for hours will decrease the animal's fitness and could potentially result in more human-wildlife conflict in an attempt to increase caloric intake. Several scientific studies, including at least 2 in Nevada, have determined that the public does not approve of hounding. In fact, hunters in most studies do not approve of hounding. Sex-kill ratios do not change with or without hounds. This was reconfirmed by California's bear kill data from last year. Therefore, we ask that you please give the bears a small break after 4 years of drought. Please decrease the quota this year. Thank you.
And thank you, and if you could provide a letter for our recording secretary, that would, we'll put it on the record, on the exhibit. Additional,
Give it to.
just set it on the end of the table and we'll make sure it gets to where it needs to be. Thank you. Additional public comment, Reno? Come on up, Rex.
Rex Farr speaking for myself. In your notes, I believe you see that Douglas County recommended an increase of 8 tags. I would like to see some sort of an increase. There's no biological reason not to have it. You listened to the presentation yesterday, and I think we're deserving of a 5 or 6 tag increase. I actually asked for more than that at the Washoe cab, which was rejected, but it's time for an increase. We've had 4 years looking at all the demands and such that have been put before the commission and department. Thank you.
Additional public comment?
I gotta correct myself from the cab, if that's, can I do that right here?
Yeah, this is an individual comment, not your cab position.
Well, the cab position, I mistook.
Okay.
So what it is we didn't, it was a 2-2 vote, because we tried, it was voted on to increase the tax, that didn't pass, then it came to this quota, and it didn't pass, so I just want to clarify that. For my personal thing, I just want to say that I was on 4 bear hunts this year, and I don't know where these people are, I don't know if they're just getting off the road to pick pine nuts, but once you get off the road a little ways, there's pine nuts, they're thick, and like I said, the body mass on these bears was incredible. Picture 5-6 inches of fat all the way down their back, so running them with dogs is not affecting them at all, and so I just wanted to state that.
Okay. Additional public comment, Reno? See none, public comment, Las Vegas?
Yes, Chairman, we have comment in Vegas.
Hi, this is Stephanie Myers from Mount Charleston. I just want to say that as a trophy hunt only, the bear hunt should be discontinued, it should be banned, and the number should be 0. Thank you very much.
No further comment, Chairman.
Elko?
No comment. Thank you.
That will bring it back to the board. Any discussion or department comment? Brian, anything to follow up?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. No further comment.
Any questions or comments by the commission? If there's not, I would entertain a motion. Commissioner Bliss?
I would move to approve the resident quota black bear illegal weapon hunt 6151 at 51. Non-resident quota black bear illegal weapon hunt quota cat quota at 4. Black bear harvest objective combined resident hunt 6151 and non-resident hunt 6251. 2015 harvest objective 20.
Okay, just to clarify, on 6151, was that 41? What did you? 40, right? So as presented? Yes. Do I have a second?
Second.
So it's been moved and seconded to approve the department's recommendation for resident quota on hunt 61, 51, and 41, non-resident quota for 62, 51, and 4, and the black bear combined harvest objective for both hunts at 20, as presented by the department. Discussion or question on the motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Lane?
as always, I will be voting against the quota. I think everyone who knows me knows that I came in opposing the bear hunt. I continue to oppose the bear hunt, so consequently I'm opposing this quota.
Additional discussion? Commissioner Lynch?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, I've expressed my concerns too, and I still very much appreciate the work that the department does with the bears and the work that they have going on, and I'm glad that continues, but I'm not going to be able to support it myself. I think we heard yesterday that while the department is, the population is growing, it's growing at a little slower rate, and my concerns in the past with being able to detect, timely changes in the population, the bear and female bears, I believe, is I'm still not comfortable, so I won't be voting in favor of that.
Further discussion? Commissioner Johnston?
Just briefly, I'm going to support the motion, although I would have supported an increase in the number of tags, but keeping the harvest objective where it was at. I have a sense that the recommendations of the department are going to be approved here, but so I'll support the motion, but I was prepared to see an increase in the number of tags based upon the presentation from the department yesterday, and then confirmation again today, and the information that's been provided. Thank you.
Further discussion or question on the motion? If not, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Nay.
Okay, motion carries 7-2 with Lane and McNitt dissenting. Brian or Mike or Cody, anything else on our agenda item at this point?
Thank you.
No, just again, a thank you to the department and their staff for putting together the book, the support material and everything else, walking us through today. I think that was very helpful, and I was very comfortable and pleased with how it went. Thanks again. With that, we'll close agenda item 19. Now we'll move to agenda item number 20, future commission meetings and commission committee assignments. Secretary Tony Wasley for possible action. The next commission meeting is scheduled for June 19 and 20, 2015 in Eureka. And the commission will review and discuss potential agenda items for that meeting. The commission may change the time and meeting location at this time. Chairman may designate and adjust committee assignments as necessary at this meeting. I'll just start off by saying I don't plan on changing any committee assignments at this time, nor do I plan on changing the meeting time and date at this time. Mr. Rob, I believe you're pinch hitting for our directors.
I'm pinch hitting at this point, and I didn't want to take a seat behind the table and scare anybody, so I stayed up here. The meeting will be June 19th and 20th at Eureka Opera House. On the agenda will be upland game and fur bear seasons, heritage tag vendors and projects, cab budgets. On that Saturday, we will have an elk arbitration, the first one the commission will do, which you approved yesterday. And then just as a forewarning for what's coming up in August, we have a bunch of regulations you guys passed that were temporary. We're going to hit you hard with the regulations come August. That way, if we have any hiccups in the process, they expire in November, and we want to make sure we have time to get through those. So in August, you will see a bunch of rates coming back that you already passed as temporary.
Okay. Questions of the deputy director?
Not a question, but a request, Mr. Chairman, is that I believe the Heritage Committee is going to be meeting on Thursday evening in Eureka before the meeting. I'd like to try to get a tag allocation committee meeting scheduled while we're in Eureka. I've talked to the members of that committee. They're amenable to that. If at all possible, we could start perhaps on Friday morning, a little bit later than 8:30 or 9. I'd like to try to fit that meeting in on Friday morning before the commission meeting. I don't think our meeting will be long. If we could start our committee meeting at perhaps 8 a.m., have the commission meeting started at 11:30, if at all possible.
All right, we can make that work, and you'll work with us to get your agenda items when we get that agenda out.
So, any other committee chairs with any meetings? Mr. Wallace?
The Heritage Committee is going to have a meeting, as Commissioner Johnson said, and also be on the agenda to approve the projects and the vendors.
Yep. It's vendors and projects for Food on Heritage.
And I guess like on the commission agenda, we can have a report from the TAC committee meeting as well.
The only other thing that I had on my list was pertinent commission member items early in the meeting, and that was the RES stamp. I don't know if there's a desire for a green tag update, but is systems consultants, are you guys planning on being in Eureka? They are, so pleasure of the commission if you'd like to get more information in Eureka or when they do the state of the draw presentation in August.
I think we can do in Eureka.
Okay. Eureka, if we can get it scheduled and do it at the same time? Everyone's all right with that? Yeah. Okay. Anything else on future commission meetings? Okay, this is a public or a possible action item, so I'll take it out for any public comment or CAB comment on item number 20. Seeing none in Reno, Las Vegas. Elko.
No comment, Vegas.
Okay.
No comment from Elko.
I don't believe we need any motions on item 20, so unless there's something else. Close agenda item number 20, and we'll go to agenda item 21, public comment period. Persons wishing to speak or request to complete a speaker's card and present it to the recording secretary. Public comment will be limited to 3 minutes. No action can be taken by the committee, or excuse me, the commission at this time. Any item requiring commission action may be scheduled on a future agenda. Public comment in Reno.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have heard some rumors and scuttlebutt that I think are probably going to be verified, that one of our commissioners is retiring after 2 years of meritorious service. And therefore, we want to acknowledge and honor this occasion. And many of us will not be in Eureka for the last meeting, so this is the last meeting where we had that opportunity. And if we're skipping over anyone who is retiring, I'm sorry, but this is one I'm very aware of. And Commissioner Lane, how much can we thank you? We have an award in the back which I would like you to open before you leave. And we have a card which anyone is welcome to sign for you, listing your many qualities that have been so admirable in the 2 years of your service. Your devotion to animals, your integrity, your willingness to hold to your values, your honesty and your tact and your statesmanship are all outstanding, and we want to thank you so much for taking time out of your life for this service to our state.
Thank you for the comment, and I would thank Commissioner Lang, but I'm going to reserve that for Eureka, and if for some reason you're not in Eureka, we'll make sure to catch up. If someone wants to take additional public comment.
Yes, Karen Taylor, Washington County resident, and I also wanted to.
Karen, just a second. Just make sure our remote sites are on mute, please. We're getting some background noise. Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you, Commissioner. Karen, thank you so much for all your service and your effort and courage under fire. I really appreciate it. And I won't be in Eureka, so any of the other commissioners who will be leaving, I wanted to also thank them for their service to the state. I also wanted to bring it to everyone's attention in case you haven't seen it. There's a great article in the Washington Post dated May 6, 2015, and congratulations to the Department of Wildlife. There was a Department of Wildlife biologist quoted there talking about the drought, And I was very proud to be a Nevadan after reading this article. Thank you.
Additional public comment? Joel, with that suit and those shoes, this is gonna be quick, right?
Hey man, I'm stylish. For the record, Joe Blakesley. I've been at these meetings for 35 years. And I just wanted to give some things that I've noticed over time with some numbers. When we were talking about the Sheldon, when they were flying and they couldn't find a deer. 2 years ago, I spent 4 months up there trapping that area, and I saw a deer once in that area. We talked about the bears increasing in population. Well, you know, the lions are doing that too. In the 1980s, we gave 400 tags out on the Sheldon. We're talking 40 now. It's quite possible that one mountain lion will kill more deer on the Sheldon than the entire human race next year. Just put that in perspective. It's really sad. Last fall I was in an elk camp and there was some old outdoor lives in there that I was reading. And I read some from 1965 and they said that the amount of hunters that were going to take to the field in Nevada was like 45,000. That's twice what there are now. Another thing that I remember is back in the days when we were giving out that many tags on the Sheldon, we used to have lion quotas. And we'd have like 3 in northern Washoe. The trappers up there never saw a lion in that country back in the mid-80s. Tony Debo told me he never caught a lion up there. Now that country is just overwhelmed. So in 35 years, I've watched this thing change a whole bunch, and I just thought I'd offer that for some perspective.
Additional public comment, Reno?
Tom Castanelli. I've been representing Humboldt County for 27, 28 years now. I've done this process here for all those years. And I want to commend this commission and the department for how they're handling the department, basically. I think we've really improved the system. County game boards made it so much easier on us to get our input to the department. I thank you all for what you've done. Thank you.
Okay. Additional public comment, Reno? Any public comment in Las Vegas?
Go. Yes, this is Stephanie Myers for the record. I just want to again congratulate Karen. Karen, you've done an excellent job for us. On a good day, it's been 7-2. On a bad day, 8-1. But we just are so proud of you for your service under fire. Thank you so much.
I was wondering where you guys had gone. Additional public comment in Vegas?
No additional
Elko?
comment, Chairman.
Thank you. Elko, one last shot.
No comment in Elko, thank you.
All right. Thank you, staff, for manning those 2 stations. Anything else?
Hey, I do, Mr. Chairman, I'm not sure, I know Karen a long, long time, 40 some odd years, I think, and I'm not sure she'll make it in Eureka. I don't know if she'll make it up there. She said she was not be able to, so I'd like to personally thank her for her service, in case she doesn't make it. She's been a great addition to this commission, and even though we don't always vote together, I certainly respect her and know her to be a person of integrity, character. She puts her all into it, and I just want to thank her. And I was one of the 2 people that talked her into joining this commission, and I think it was a good opportunity for all of us to have you on this commission. I'm sorry to see you go personally. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, may I just respond to that? Because I know that Bill's term is also coming to an end, and I'm hoping that he's going to stay on. I'm really, since we both came on about the same time, so I hope that he will stay on. I think he's been a great addition as well. We've got some great people from Southern Nevada, and I know we'll have another great person And if I don't get to Eureka, I want to thank all of you for everything.
I would strongly encourage you to come to Eureka. If not, we will find you in Las Vegas.
I told her I'd give her a ride up there in my truck.
Is there gonna be lights on that truck?
Yeah.
All right. With that, we'll adjourn the meeting and we'll reconvene in Eureka in June. Thank you.